Hey guys, it's Martin right from Margot's Dog Training, and today we have a really, I guess a good idea, a fun idea for our video that we're going to be shooting today, and it is, we're looking at the film called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and because there's a dog in that film, dog's name is Brandy, the character name is Brandy, and we're going to be talking about Brandy's training, or the dog that played Brandy's, that dog's training, and how, you know, whatever we see in the video, basically. Here it is.
The park is melding in the dark.
No, it didn't start.
All the
Start? No.
icing
Here we go.
flowing down.
Oh, that was good. Well, you see what I got for you.
So here we go. So right here we have the character named Cliff, who I believe is played by Brad Pitt, and we have Brandy. I don't know what Brandy's the dog's real name is, but I guess there's multiple dogs that play this part. But they're here, it looks like on the floor, making out. There's a lot of kissing going on right there. If you want to teach your dog how to do that, most dogs will do that by themselves. You don't have to do much. But you could try rubbing bacon oil on your face, and that probably will get them to do it. But be careful, don't get your nose bitten off.
Let's see what I got for you. Look what I got for you. Gonna blow your mind, man. Come here.
Okay, now it looks like Cliff here has produced, it looks like a rib bone. Now the thing is that you guys got to be really careful if you give your dog cooked bones. Cooked bones tend to splinter rather than to shatter. And what that means is that it has jagged pieces that can come out of it, and they could disrupt the inside of your dog. You don't want them to eat that, the cooked bones, because once again, they splinter instead of being crushed down like a raw bone would. Anyway, here we go. Okay, I don't know what that bear says. I don't know what that is, but yeah, I'm curious. It looks like it might be a lager. If you guys know what that is, please drop it in the comments so I could find out. That, my friends, is a place command. The place command is basically telling the dog to go to any object and stay on it. I put this box here so that way you guys could kind of see what that is. You can see Itty Bit's comfortable. Itty Bit, place. There you go. There's a bunch of ways to do that. Okay. If I just do that, she will do it. Okay. That one I didn't even ask for. Off. Off, off. Good. Place. Good job. So that's basically the trick. And the dog knows to stay on there until they are released. Right? Oh, itty bit. No, sweetie. Place. Now that's something that they don't show in the movies, but it's something that happens all the time. Movies are extremely difficult to shoot. I'm learning that more and more that I'm doing this YouTube thing. There's a lot of takes when you're working with live animals. That's just the way it goes, because you want to get the perfect take, right? So that's how it goes. Good job, idiot. We're not going to edit that one, though. We're not going to edit that one. We're going to leave it in there, because dog trainers make mistakes, and it's good for everybody to see that dogs don't always do what you want them to do. All right? Excellent. Place, by the way, when I call it place. It could be called anything really, but what it means is whatever I'm pointing at, go to that thing, stay on top of that thing regardless of distraction, right? My dogs have to keep all four paws, at least the dogs I train have to keep all four paws on the object. My personal dog, Dee only has to put two paws on.
The numbers game.
It's the wildest.
Take 3. 3 in the attic.
These three. Toby, one full of love.
Okay, wash your dog bowl.
Jan, the flower.
Is that a wine?
A creature of the senses.
What did I tell you about whining? You whine, you don't eat.
You won't believe
I will throw this shit in the trash. I don't want to, but I will.
Okay, so now you see him talking a lot to the dog directly, telling him that if he whines, he doesn't eat. Now, most of the time, dogs do not understand that many words. They might understand one or two words in a sentence like that, like whine. Maybe they'll understand, and no eat they might understand, but they're not going to understand a full sentence. But either way, this is pretty easy to do. Once you could have a sentence with the dog once you put the command word in the sentence. So if it's no whine or no eat is a command word, and once he says that, then the dog will stop whining pretty much immediately because the dog is trained to do that.
You understand?
Thou speak, a bark command.
Speak. Good. Speak. Good girl. Good girl.
Did he speak? Good job. Good job, sweetheart. That's how you get your dog to speak on command. Well, that's not how you get them to speak on command, but once they know it, they will do it. That dog in the movie did a quiet, but Didi's a big girl. She has a big voice. Didi, speak! That's what she does. She's loud. Good job. They edit out all the rewarding that the dog gets in the movie, but the dog is being rewarded. I'm pretty sure that there's rewards going on quite frequently. It's easy to do a movie like that because, even here, there could be another dog trainer right there that you guys can't see, and they could be telling my dog to do all sorts of stuff, and you would never know, So in movies, it's easy. You could have a dog trainer standing almost right next to the actor, and nobody will ever know that dog trainer is there. It's pretty cool.
All right.
Christopher Jones, Judy Pace, Maggie Christopher Jones, the star of the sensational Wild in the Street.
I have to say it again. Wash your dog bowl.
Again, it's 3 in the attic in Solid.
Well, but not with my daughter, you don't.
I don't know what that stuff is that he just poured on top of the dog food. It looked kind of like there was a cereal from back in the day. I think it was called Pop Puffs or Pops or Honey Pops or something like that.
Okay, Peggy, what else?
I don't know. Everything was fine.
Maybe early 90s. I don't know.
While I was doing dishes, he played.
That noise, that's a release. That means you're free. In this case, I think it means directly you're free to go and eat.
It was going great. And when? Sudden change.
You know how musicians are. They're temperamental cats. Who knows what got into them?
Yeah.
So, I guess PETA went and they talked about this movie a little bit in July 20, at least the article I'm reading about this is from July 2019. Now, PETA, I wanted to do a video one day. We'll probably do a video about PETA, talking about that organization and so forth. But I'm not going to go into it much now. Their big thing is that they were crying about possible abuse because dogs, let me see here, pit bulls are the most abused and abandoned animals in dogdom. Now that is a quote. I don't know. I know that there's, I don't know if they're the most abused. Who knows that kind of stuff? Which breed is more abused than another breed being abused? I know that there's a lot of pit bulls in shelters. There've always been a lot of pit bulls in shelters. The people give them up a lot. They are often bred, for ill purposes, bad purposes. So that does happen. they do get abandoned. That's true. But the pit bull itself, the dog itself, is actually a lovely breed. It's an all-around dog. It could do just about anything that you'd want a dog to do. It could do protection stuff. It could do, I've seen disc dogs. I've seen obedience champions, agility. You know, anything you want a dog to do, the pit bull can pretty much do it. So I like the breed a lot. It's one of my two breeds that I'm thinking about in the future as my next demonstration dog. So, you know, I like the breed a lot. There's a lot out there about them. I don't want to go into too much detail because this is really about the film itself. But take care of your pit bulls. They're a wonderful breed. They used to be called a nanny dog. They're just wonderful dogs. You know, they're wonderful dogs that are misunderstood a lot. You know, a good pit bull is a good friend. Let's put it that way. All right, here we go. And we are starting our recording now. Okay. All right.
All right. Feeding time. Brandy, couch.
That is another place command. He called it couch, but basically the same idea. So that was the dog alerting to the sound of the prowlers, I would assume. That's how your dog looks too before they would bark, or, you know, that first noise that they hear, they will kind of look towards it. So that is an alert bark. He's basically saying that there's somebody at the door. Most dogs don't have to be trained to do that. Most dogs will do it automatically. As a matter of fact, most of the time, people ask me to stop their dogs from doing too much of that. So we'll see how he addresses this here.
I am doing the best I can under the circumstances.
Once again, he gets all long-winded. He starts talking and telling a story, waving around his food can and all that, having a full-on conversation with the dog. For the record, dogs do not understand full sentences.
Now, I do not want to get into it tonight. Can I help you? Shit.
How many other people are here?
You are...
I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's business.
No, I was dumber than that. Something like... Rex.
God, shoot him, Tex!
Tex!
Once again, that sound is a release. So there's confusion there because that sound is actually being used here as a command. That's how come in the first clip I said it might be a command to go and get the food. But yeah, that's kind of a little confusing. Dogs don't quite work like that. If it's a release from the food, then it should sound different than go do something. It doesn't matter what the sound is. It is a viable sound for an attack command, but it's kind of weird that they would use that one sound in two different contexts. As a dog trainer, that's just movie stuff. Oh, she is screaming. He is, that dog. Pit bulls are notoriously tough. Oh, that looks like it hurts. All right, let's talk about that. So there's a lot of different canine dog sports that that teach dogs how to be aggressive. Basically, police dogs do this too on command. So that's what you're basically seeing here. Is the dog is told to go ahead and bite that guy, and then he's biting the guy. You know, I'm sure that this guy's wearing some kind of protection. The dog is not actually biting him. I'm not sure how the movie people did it, or where the protection is, or what's going on, but it looks like he's wearing kind of skinny jeans too. I'd want more protection than what it looks like he has for a pit bull biting. Me, I would want like a full-on bite suit. You might have to Google that to see what that is. I don't know, but yeah, I'd want more protection than what it looks like he has here. I don't know how they do this. This is interesting. Maybe I'll write a letter. I would. All right. No, I don't want to go into that. All right. So, how would you get a dog to bite a person? It starts with training, of course. Everything starts with training. You want to make sure. There's a lot of things in here that I'm going to skip over really quickly. But the biggest part is that you have to know how to agitate the dog. So that way you get the dog angry enough. Know how to reward the dog in the correct way to make them want to bite more. And then you put it on command. And then if you're a good person, you also have a release command, an out command, where the dog stops biting. So yeah, that's kind of like the big overview to it. I could go into more detail on that and how I learned how to do it, but unless I have a video on that or something on that, then I don't want to go into it because I don't want to leave out. First of all, there's a lot. I come across a lot of dogs as a dog trainer that have been taught protection work poorly, and it makes a very serious situation when you're trying to rehab that dog and you're trying to fix that dog and get him back to a pet dog. So I don't do a lot of that. If you want your dog protection trained, go to a professional who does that. You know, there's many people who do. I really am hesitant to say much about it here because I don't want people to watch this and then end up trying to protection train their dog and then get themselves in trouble. All right, so go to a professional if you want to protection train your dog. Me personally, my dogs are not to protect me. I protect my dogs. So that's the way I kind of look at it. See, there he uses it again, that same noise. And in this time, he means out, to stop doing what you're doing. So now this is the same noise as three different contexts, right? And if you look at the signal he gave for the dog to go and bite the other intruder, you'll see that it looks a lot like his place command. You know, it's one finger and he points to the thing where he wants the dog to go to. This is very strange. Dogs usually... I mean, if you have a good relationship, it looks like they have a pretty good relationship with each other. They could kind of understand some things, but if you want a dog that's reliable and going to bite definitely, then this is not the way that you would train that dog, in my opinion. She just continues to scream. She's been screaming for like 2 minutes or 3 minutes. She's still screaming. That's craziness. All right. Right there. So we have the dog running to the room. That could be a come command. There could be a trainer on the side of the door, jumping up on the door. You probably don't have to train most dogs to do that. If they want to go into the room, they're gonna do that naturally. But you could do a pause up command and the speak command, and that could knock all those things out. I already showed the speak command. I think we already have footage of that. Maybe I'll have Didi do a pause up command so you could kind of see. Didi, pause up. So that's pause up on my arm. Good girl, sweetheart. And if I want to put it on a wall, I think she knows this. I don't remember if I taught her this or not, how to put it onto a wall. But we'll see what she does. I think I did. Oh, there you go, sweetie. Move back here a little bit. Didi, here. Ready? Hey, not there, sweetie. Ready? Pause up. Hey. She wants to do it on the chair. Didi Bones, here, this way. Pause up. Well, she's not holding it, but right now she's not holding it, but that's basically the idea. And if you get them to do it, you could have them hold it long. Didi, sweetie, ready? No, sweetie, not there. Let's go, this way. Hey, pause up, pause up. Good. Yeah, that's basically what she's gonna give now, and I don't want her to do it too much because of her hips, but that's the story. Once we get them to do it here, we could have them hold that position. Itty Bit's pretty good at that right now, but Didi, not so much. So that's what that is. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. The ending there is something else. A lot of screaming, a lot of blood there, but it's Quentin Tarantino. My favorite part of the ending is when he comes out with the flamethrower, and then she looks at him, and then he goes, that's pretty fun. But other than that, yeah, pretty standard dog training. Nothing in there is super difficult to teach a dog to do. Yeah, the only thing I really don't teach dogs to do that was in this movie is attack stuff. I don't do protection work. But other than that, but there's a lot of people who do it. And other than that, it's pretty straightforward. You know, even the protection work is pretty straightforward. I don't teach it. I know how to teach it, but you know, it's there. So yeah, it's pretty easy. As far as a dog trainer goes, the things that I've seen in that movie should be pretty easy to teach a dog to do. All right, so that's the whole story. So if you want to see us do any other movies with dogs in it, please put it in the comments below. In this movie, we saw a lot of things like place command. We saw that a lot. Releasing your dog to eat. That is something that I recommend to all of my clients generally. Whenever they feed their dogs, I ask them to have their dogs sit and to wait for the food until they're released. That is a good practice, actually. When you're watching this movie, you might notice that some things look really cool and it seems like the dog is trained really well, but there's some contradictions in how dogs actually learn in this movie. Like, we have multiple ideas for one sound or one command, and that's kind of tricky. You know, you shouldn't have the same sound mean go do something as you're released now from doing something, and the same sound meaning stop doing something and be prepared to be told to do something else. That's kind of strange. But you know, it's the movies, and the movies is not real life. If you like what you saw here today, then definitely subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to learn more about Argo's dog training, we'll have links in the description below. If you want to see, I said this before, but if you want to see more movies, or if you have a movie that you would like me to take a look at, then definitely put it in the comment below and I'll be able to take a look at it. It has to be about dogs though. Those are the only reviews that I really care to do. All right, so that's that whole story. Until the next time, enjoy your day and enjoy your dog.